Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. It's 9:30 on a very wet, stormy April 3rd, 2024, and the worst of it is starting to wind down now, but we're still not completely out of the woods yet. The satellite would make you believe that the worst of it is over. As you can see, the bright white clouds have now pushed off to the east, and we'll take a look at this big storm again that we've got across the area, across the whole eastern part of the country here. So the site is the satellite site's just being very slow right now. So let's look at the radar site, and you'll still see that we still have some showers around, maybe even some thunderstorms here the south shore of Long Island. But we're not completely out of the woods yet, because if we look at the other radar we're still under the high wind warning as well. They dropped it for the Jersey Shore, but you notice, take a look at this. We've got more showers over the Delmarva. So this area still has to get and rotate around our area right now. So still some more rain to go through. We're not done yet with the rainfall. Let's see if this is loaded. Okay, so here's this big storm again. You can see, just look at that moisture feed right there. Real incredible moisture feed on this storm. Look at that. That's really just incredible to see. I mean, and you can see just where all this moisture is coming from, and we've seen this all winter long now into the spring, where we've got this Pacific atmospheric river that's actually winding up picking up more moisture over the Gulf and Atlantic. It just goes up the coast here, and that's exactly what we're seeing right there. So yeah, it's just unrelenting. It really is unrelenting. So let's look at the other radar, the AccuWeather radar, to show you that, yep, this is actually the center of the storm. Oh, yeah, we still have to worry about this rotating through. Look at that. There's some pretty heavy rain right there. So, yeah, we're not done yet at all with this. So that still has yet to move northeastward and go through our area. So we're still not completely done with it yet. And you can see these could still spawn some thunderstorms. Probably not severe, but still, I mean, this actually looks like the center forming right here of the new low pressure system right here, the secondary low pressure that we have. And after that, then we're finally done with it. Now, as far as New England goes, yep, you're seeing the snow up there, but mostly it's all about the heavy rain that we're seeing, and plenty of it, along with the winds, along with the winds. So I'll close these up, and we'll go to our current conditions out there right now. And you still see we got the winds blowing out there, still gusting to around. I don't see any 50-mile-an-hour gusts anymore. See a 38-mile-an-hour gust at JFK, a 38 over in Eastport, or is that West Hampton? That's a little too far north. That's Eastport. But we're not seeing the same level of wear. Well, Jersey Shore still seeing some strong winds. 45-mile-an-hour wind gust at Sandy Hook. They gusted up to 50. Still showing a 51-mile-an-hour wind gust at this buoy, where the wave heights are now up to 13.5 feet. So still seeing that. And you can see the orange still over Long Island, which means we're still under the high wind warning, as well as New York City and Connecticut, still under the high wind warning. But it has been dropped for New Jersey. But we're still seeing a lot of wind out there. And that wind is causing power outages. So let's take a look at Long Island. And not seeing too many. We're only at 1,619 for Long Island, which isn't too bad. But New Jersey definitely faring a lot worse. If we look at JCP&L, they're up to 32,689 people without power. And it's mostly, or should I say customers, mostly the northern part of the state. Not so much on the coast, which you'd think, because they'd have the stronger winds there, but it's only certain areas. It looks like Atlantic Highlands maybe gotten it because, again, they're dealing with the stronger winds. And then further in the north part of the state, this is where we're seeing a lot of the outages. So if we go to outages by county, which we'll do again, you'll see that it's mostly in the north part of the state that we're seeing that. Hunterdon, Monmouth has a decent amount of outages. Middlesex County and Sussex County, as well as Warren County. Those are the areas that seem to be getting hit hard. So let's take a look at Monmouth County. So we do have a couple of large outages around Monmouth County. I think it's mostly in the northern part of the county. The Eatontown. Too many. Lincroft has a fairly sizable one. They don't give an exact number of JCP&L. They just go 500 to foot. This is a large one, over 1,500. So that could be a transmission outage perhaps in that area, which wouldn't surprise me. Nav sync as well. So this whole area. So this part of Monmouth County here definitely seems to be getting hit pretty hard. Got hit pretty hard with the power outages. So if we go to the poweroutage.us map, you'll see that New York, Connecticut, this whole area is in yellow. We still have Wisconsin, but we'll look at New Jersey here, and again, you'll see it's mostly the northern part of the state that's dealing with most of the power outages. As far as New York goes, it's mostly Westchester's got 6,849 customers out, Columbia 3,013, and Hamilton seems to be pretty badly affected. So that's probably where they're getting some of that heavy wet snow too. And just the ground is saturated, so it's not going to take a whole lot to bring a tree down because the ground is just so saturated. So I want to show you Seaside Heights. Actually, I want to show you that cell that went through. So if we look at this radar screen here, this was around 750. This cell here, which had a lot of white in it, severe thunderstorm, went over parts of New Jersey. Didn't cause too many power outages, but it went through Lacey and Bayville and out to Seaside Heights. It might have actually missed Toms River itself, but it was a pretty intense cell, and I just want to show you what it looked like on the camera here at EarthCam. So we're just going to go to the 7 to 8, and we'll go to 750. So yeah, this is what it looked like. So it was pretty intense. We'll get the sound on for you too, so you can hear what it sounded like. See the hail? See that hail coming down there? A little lightning there. Some lightning and thunder. You can see it coming down in sheets, very, very heavy. I think there was some hail in there. Here. That's pretty intense. That's what it was like in that cell. Pretty intense here. Listen to that. That's really coming down there. And right around 7:55 in Seaside Heights. It sounds like there's some hail in there. Definitely sounds like there's some hail in there. So that's what it sounded like at Seaside Heights. Let's look at the other camera, the North View one, so you get a chance of what it looked like on the North View. And 8, 1950. Come on. A glitch on me. What's the glitch on me? All right, now. 1955. It's pretty intense. I'm trying to see if that's hail. Maybe some hail this thing. This was a cell. Sounds like hail. Key size. Small hail. Not too good, but Just pretty strong wind right there, too, so. Yeah, really impressive. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So, let's go back to let's go look at our highs, lows, and precipitation that we've had for today. Actually, we're going to start with precipitation. So I could just do 24-hour precipitation, all right, but this isn't going to be the storm total. All right, but you can see a lot of areas, well over an inch in the past day, and I think these numbers are going to go up because we're still not done with the rain yet. An inch and a half in the city. Jersey, everybody's pretty much over an inch. A few sites are over 2 inches. One spot along the Jersey Shore. I'm not going to really make too big a deal out of the rainfall totals because we're not done with it yet. All right, this is 24 hours. Now, if I include 48 hours, which includes yesterday, you can see a lot of sites now over 2 inches of rain, particularly western Long Island. Pretty much a lot of sites are over 2 inches of rain. So, like I said, by the time this is all said and done, and guess what? It's pouring again here. I think I hear it. But you'll see by the time this is all said and done, we're going to have over 2 to 3 inches of rain out of this system, because we're still not done. We're still not out of the woods yet. So let's go to our highs and lows. Not really a big deal today. Mid-40s generally for the highs. Let's see if maybe it was a little warmer in Jersey. No, mid-40s there too as well. Further north it was low 40s, upper 30s to low 40s for lows. And the snow is not really a problem. As well the north there winter weather advisories, but this is going to be more of an issue for northern areas that aren't really close to our area, so I'm not really going to talk about it too much. Let's go to all right, so we do have storm reports, rain reports, and wind reports to go through. So we'll go to the storm reports here. It seems some of the wind gusts here being reported here that we have here. A sustained wind of 44 miles an hour in Glen Cove. So these are sustained winds, not gusts. So the wind was sustained at 44 miles an hour in a lot of spots. Blue Point also had a sustained wind of 45 miles an hour. Stamford had a sustained wind of 47 miles an hour. And then as far as wind gusts go, we had a 58 mile an hour wind gust at Amityville, 60 mile an hour wind gust at Hither Hills County Park, Hither Hills State Park in Napiog, and Atlantic Beach also gusted to 60. But Mamaroneck gusted to 60. So a lot of areas along the water, 61 miles an hour, 61 miles an hour at Blue Point, 61 miles an hour at Norwalk, 62 mile an hour wind gust at Glen Cove, a 64 mile an hour wind gust at both Eaton's Neck and Stamford. So, yeah, that's pretty impressive right there. Rain reports, we could look at the rainfall reports, kind of went over them briefly a little bit here, but I'm not really going to go over them too much because, again, the storm totals, these aren't even the storm totals. These are as a I'm not even going to look at that. That's like 6 hours old. So I'm not even going to look at that. So we've had, flooding being reported here in certain areas. I don't see any actual flooding reports being listed here on the website. But you can see we're not done yet. We still got rain here, and then even though we look at this, there's still more rain that we still have to worry about this area here. That would be our next thing once we're done with this. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet with the rain. The worst of most of it's behind us, but, we're not done with most of it. We'll go look at our climate statistics for today. That's not the right one. So look at our climate statistics for today. Ice slip, high of 44, low of 40. 3 degrees below normal for the day. The high was 10 degrees below normal. Today, 0.73. There, again, this is old data, 1.44 inches on the rainfall amount. Central Park, high of 45, low of 41. Again, not much of a range in temperatures, but the high was 12 degrees below normal. The low was normal, so we were 6 degrees below normal for the day. Central Park reporting 0.88. Again, when we're done with this year, when we're done with this storm we'll go over the rainfall amounts, which will be tomorrow. I'll bring it up, all right? A little more here. Let's see if they actually ever fixed the monthly weather summary for islip. Did they ever put the R there? Nope. Never did. They still never put the R there. I don't understand why. Let's go to record of event report. Maybe they have a... Nope. No record. I don't understand why they never included that. I don't understand what's going on with that office. I don't understand why they never put the record in there. I just don't understand it. That's what I ranted about yesterday, but we're not going to rant about that again today. So let's look at the models here. You see there's that secondary low that is formed over us. As we move into tonight and tomorrow, that low slowly pulls away and then kind of cuts off over New England. So it's going to keep us in an unsettled sort of cyclonic flow, keeping plenty of clouds around and maybe the slight chance of a shower or so. It doesn't really start getting out of here until we get towards Sunday. All right. So I don't know if we've got enough of the HRRR in to work with. We do, which will be good. All right. So we have enough of the HRRR to get going to work with. So here we go. And you'll see we're not done with the rain. Here comes another lobe of rain that's going to come in around midnight. And that should be the last shot of it as the center of the low pressure area. Moves pretty much over us, maybe just off the south shore, maybe, or over the south shore. And then you can see it kind of slowly crawls through New England. And we're staying dry for much of the day tomorrow. But you'll notice that there are some pop-up showers. It seems like the HRRR keeps them mainly over New Jersey. They won't bring that much rain, but there will be a pop-up shower or two. Likely mainly late in the afternoon, early evening hours. And then as we go into Friday, maybe a little bit less of that activity, and I guess we talk about that more tomorrow. I'm just going to go over tomorrow's weather right now. Additional rainfall. So this is additional rainfall here that is expected. We could still see as much as a half an inch of additional rainfall, perhaps even a little bit more than that, depending on how heavy these extra showers are. So we're not done with the rainfall yet. We're done with the worst of it, but we're not done with all of it. Let's go to our dew points and wind flow here on the HRRR. You can see keeping us in that easterly flow, but the easterly flow starts backing off after midnight tonight, and we go into more of a northwesterly flow tomorrow, so it will be a drier direction, northwesterly flow, pretty much right through tomorrow. All right. Temperatures with that northwesterly flow will be on the cool side. So tonight, probably going to drop into the upper 30s and maybe low 40s. And tomorrow is going to be chilly. Temperatures only going to be in the low to mid 40s on Long Island. And Jersey, you could see, especially southern half, could see 50 or better. Perhaps maybe that's why it's popping up some showers, because there's a little more instability there. Now, if we look at our profile as far as our atmosphere goes tomorrow, you'll see it will still be unstable. Looking at this HRRR here, you still see the instability there that we're going to have. So that, and you can see that's going to be a lot of low cloud cover with that as well. So cumulus, stratocumulus type clouds that you will see around for tomorrow. So going to that, we'll go over to the NAM next, and we will look and have the 18Z NAM to look at here as far as what we're going to see with the remaining rain. So you see you're going to have that second little bit of rain that's going to come through again. Kind of weakens it a little bit when it gets here. We'll have to see how much that weakens. But you can still see it still isn't raining. So we're not completely going to be out of it until tomorrow morning. And you can see a lot of snow up in New England, but for us, we should be staying dry. Again, it's popping those showers up, but mainly over New Jersey. It seems to be where the atmosphere is just a little more unstable. So hopefully for Long Island, we'll stay mostly dry for tomorrow, but there could still be the chance of a shower or a sprinkle early evening, most likely, for tomorrow. Go and we'll look at our skies next. Obviously, starting off with a lot of clouds, and there will be probably a lot of clouds around for tomorrow. That's the NAM. The RGEM, maybe a little more optimistic, but not by much. So, yeah, it's going to have a lot of clouds around tomorrow. So expect plenty of clouds around for the day for tomorrow. Mostly cloudy conditions. Friday, we may see more in the way of sunshine, though. I think we'll have that, what we call self-destructive sunshine work, because we have that unstable atmosphere. So I don't think it's going to be a mostly sunny day at all. But at least we won't be dealing with any more rain. So I think that pretty much does it. The storm has been something else. Again, here's the weather map. You can see There's your second low pressure area that's developing there. We'll take one last look at the radar, I guess. Um, and also I think we all already did look at um, the coast as far as flooding goes. I haven't heard of anything here, but you can see here's another batch of rain. So we're not done yet. We still got more rain. The only saving grace, like I said, is these heavier areas of rain move quickly, so they're not sitting over the area for too long, which is why we haven't seen any crazy, rainfall flooding. But we've seen the wind damage, and the wind, like I said, the wind is still going to be with us. We still got the high wind warning in effect. That's going to stay in effect until 2 a.m. today. So you see right there on the screen, 2 a.m. So we're still going to be dealing with these winds. And then after that, we'll finally be able to breathe a sigh of relief and hopefully enjoy some calmer weather. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Thank you for watching and have a good night.